going on, everybody? I'm going to give you a little tackle review on this Encore reel. It's made by Ugly Sik, or Shakespeare in this case. So that's what you buy, the rod reel combo. It's a Shakespeare Ugly Sik, and this is the reel it comes with. This was matched up to a 10-foot medium heavy action rod. So I'm going to give you an overview of it. I'm generally going to stick on the problems that I've had with it. I mean, overall, don't get me wrong, it's a good reel. It'll get you through the day. But this is more of the cons of this reel. It has a lot of pros, don't get me wrong. It's a good reel. It is consistent, but there are some flaws to it that are pretty detrimental when you get into a fight with a decent fish. So yeah, we'll go through it. Alright, so with this reel, one of the major problems that I've noticed is basically, if you can see where this lip is, right around here. So basically, this is where you tighten your drag from. So this piece comes off like so. And you can see I have it really clean right now. But one really common issue that I've been running into is that this seam right here, sand will get in between there. And so, you know, when you're fishing off the beach, you know, you got sand on your hands, whatever, you tighten the drag down, little sand will fall in between here, and basically what will happen is it will lock the reel, so this will all spin uniformly as one piece. So basically, as the fish is pulling drag, it's tightening the drag at the same time. And why that's an issue is basically then you no longer have a drag system. It's basically just having the reel bolted straight to it, and you can just, you know, it's just trying to pull the reel out of your hand. It's not operating correctly. So one of the ways I'm gonna try and get around that is 3D print a new piece here that will basically come over the edge, come over this lip here, and will allow it to free spin. So basically, the fish can be pulling line, and this will be overshadowing the actual reel, right? Or the reel seat, I guess you would call it, would be. So that's one way I'm going to try and get around that, because it's a common problem that I've had with this reel is oftentimes when I'm fishing, and especially at night, is you can't see, you know, and you're just going over and you get forgetful when you're setting the drag, or oftentimes when you're fishing at night and you're just I guess they would call it dead sticking, or basically you chunk some bunker and you put the rod in a rod stand. You're going to loosen the drag every time, so that basically the fish bites and he's going to take some line, and then you go over there and tighten it down. So if you're sitting in the sand, you know, it's just an issue that, I mean, quite frankly, I don't know how the engineers over there kind of overlooked this. I mean, it looks clean, very nice design, but functionality, it's a huge problem. So that's one thing. The second thing is the weight of the reel. This reel is really heavy. And it's an issue is basically if you're standing there and you're casting back and forth, you know, reeling and casting, reeling and casting, reeling, it wears you out. So I generally just use this for, if they call it dead sticking, or basically you just chunk some bunker out there and put it in a rod stand and let it sit. Then it's fine. So when your fish bites, you go over, pick it up, reel it in, then you're okay. But to hold this and just reel in back and forth with it all day, it'll really wear you out. So that's another thing. And I mean, I guess I could get a lighter weight handle and do some modifications in order to reduce the weight a bit. But, you know, just coming from the factory, I'd say it's a heavy reel. Now keep in mind, this is a few years old, so you can see it's kind of, you got some tarnish on it. It's been used, you know, so not abused. I try to take good care of it, you know. I try to clean it every season, so it stays in good shape. Right now, I'll go into the line capacity. So the gear ratio is 4.3 to 1. It's 17 pounds at 255 yards, 20 pounds at 200 yards, and 25 pounds at 155 yards. Right now, I have 65-pound braid on it, and if it's fine, I mean, I would probably say that there's, you know, at least 150 yards to 200 yards of braid on there. So, you know, it fits plenty on there, so that's fine. As far as its construction and the build of it, so you take this off, you can see in there, I try to keep it pretty clean. And that comes off there. Yeah, So it's in good shape, you know. So that's the thing is, I'm sure someone will comment and just be like, oh, you know, it's probably getting locked up because you don't take care of it, and that's just not the case. I do take very good care of it, and it's just an issue where, you know, simply this just needs to come over the top of that, and problem solved. So I'll have to figure out a way. You know, 3D printing is one option to be able to 3D print this new piece here and then have it come over, or modify this in a way where basically I could put a piece of steel or aluminum and drill it into this, so basically it would cover over. So you could tighten this and keep your tension from this plastic piece here, but you would actually have a surround over. So basically it would just, its sole purpose would be to stop sand from getting in between here. Other than that, I really don't have any other complaints about this reel. The weight in that, and just two biggest things. So, you know, let me know what you think in the comments if you have this reel or similar type, and or if they came out with a new model. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up. But you know, its balance is nice. You know, so that's one good thing. All right, that's a Tackle Tuesday. I'll see you guys out there.